Not since Freaks and Geeks has Judd Apatow tackled television in this way. And because Netflix isn't a dick, it's not gonna get canceled in the first season. Freaks and Geeks Season 2 confirmed.
Believing in this fucking lie that a relationship evolves and gets better. Where do these lies come from? Fucking movies. Pretty Woman? Fuck you! Sweet Home Alabama? Lies? When Harry Met Sally? Fucking lies? Homeland Season 3?
Very confusing.
Get it out of my life!
If you're unfamiliar with Judd Apatow's work, he is the master of romantic comedies for guys, and women to an extent can enjoy it too. And if you haven't seen his work, the likes of Knocked Up or movies along that lines, he is the man behind them. And shout out to the movie Heavyweights, dope ass movie, he was a part of it. Look it up. Buddy! And also Netflix. They are just the badass creators, studio people ever. Netflix is making just a cool idea happen. And it's not pussyfooting around ideas and just giving the right people the money to create what they want to create. Go Netflix for making something like this exist. But that being said, you're probably asking, what is Love? Love stars two main characters. The story completely revolves around these two characters. Basically, it's a character study. We look at each of these characters, their past relationships, basically their personality, their jobs. We revolve around them and we really get a sense of who they are and where they stand on the romantic spectrum. And then when worlds collide, they're kind of meeting, and sooner or later you kind of know, I think they're gonna get together. And you kind of just see what happens from there. The female character, she basically is kind of this party girl archetype. She has been with a lot of guys. She has certain addictions. She's very, let loose. And a lot of the comedy comes from her. She's great. The guy, on the other hand, is sort of a nice guy, but not really a nice guy. He is a bit of a dork. He dresses like a dork. He has glasses. He has a big nose. He has a high-pitched voice. He's kind of scrawny. And like with a lot of TV shows, the nerd randomly just gets a lot more vagina than he typically would in real life. But, no judging here. And I enjoyed his character too. I think I like the girl considerably more though. And one thing the show does well is just get in depth on the story. Like the littlest things, just the jobs that they have and just how they react in certain situations. That's why we watch these kind of shows, and it does that very well. Also, supporting characters, everything from the Asian coworker, the Asian guy at the gas station. Asians are great in this show. All the way down to just this little girl character and all these friends. They're all great supporting characters. The roommate, all of them have great one-liners. They're all super funny, and they all have little quirks and just little things about them that is very cool. And one thing I noticed with Judd Apatow is his stories have this certain attention to detail. Not like attention to detail like this really fleshed out thing in the story that will come along later. Just details, like this wonderful scene where this guy is running and there's this kind of moment with this other guy. I'll just show you.
Hey, morning.
What?
Morning.
Just like tiny moments like that, the real life, everyday situations. He'll present them and give them to these characters, and a lot of the times is utterly hilarious, and it fleshes out not only the comedy, just this world based off ours that's crazy, and stuff is happening 24/7, and it replicates that to a more realistic than usual degree. And the show legitimately had me laughing. There were just certain lines that are delivered in such a punchline, and it's so great. I was genuinely laughing a lot, and I'm thinking about certain ones that really had me going. The show, I think, wanted to be more of a commentary on relationships. I don't know if it conveyed that well. Again, this is just the first season. I will say I cared about this relationship. I cared about their jobs. I cared about their friends. I cared about their living situations. I cared about them getting off drugs or not getting off drugs and having a fun night with Andy Dick. It's a weird episode. But it's a very good show with that attention to detail, and it's very likable, and it has likable characters, and that comes full through and just makes it a good show. Yay! So I'm gonna give my final thoughts here. It was a good show. The characters were enjoyable. The one-liners and the certain lines are great. Am I excited for a season 2? Definitely. This isn't gonna be the show I like jump to Netflix to watch and like binge watch it, fuck everything else until I finish this show. It's a light show, and I think that's what it tries to be. It's casual. It's not gonna be a series commitment. It's like 10 episodes, and they're like 30 minutes, I think, and 30 to 40. It's a good show, and I will hopefully watch season 2. But I don't feel like that forced commitment that some shows like The Walking Dead have. With that being said, I enjoyed it. And with all that being said, I give Love a 7 out of 10. Heart, XOXO. With all that being said, guys, thank you for watching. You can hit up my Twitter sphere, my Facebook page, and you can support me on Patreon if that's something you feel like doing to help out and make me feel whole again. That being said, guys, have a wonderful day. I love you all, and with that, I leave you.
Alone with what she said to me.